Welcome to the deep dive. You know, sometimes history feels huge and distant, but then you find something small, like a diary.
Exactly. And suddenly it's not distant at all. A few lines can just pull you right into a specific moment, a specific experience.
It's that unvarnished glimpse, right? Today, we've got something exactly like that. We're diving into the Barrett Lewis War Diary.
Ah, yes, a fascinating piece. Entries from 1944. And it's not about Grant's strategy, is it? It's very focused.
Totally focused. It follows one airman, his bomber crew, and their plane, Little Lulu. Just their day-to-day log.
Which gives us this incredible cockpit level view, you could say. We get to follow them almost in real time.
So that's our mission today, to really get inside their experience, training, that incredible journey across the Atlantic, and then, well, the intensity of combat over Europe.
All through these immediate matter-of-fact observations. It's quite something.
Yeah, get ready to step into their boots, essentially.
Yeah.
So where should we start? The beginning of Little Lulu.
Makes sense. The diary kicks off February 2nd, 1944, Alamogordo, New Mexico.
Right, the first entry. Our first flight in our new ship.
Yeah.
And then it mentions bombing and gunnery practice.
Little Oalu. That's the name they gave her. And that first flight, it's training, sure, but it's also foundational.
How so? More than just learning the controls.
Oh, definitely. It's the start of that bond, between the crew and the aircraft. They're learning to trust each other, trust the machine. They'll need that later, critically.
I see. And the preparation moves fast. Just 2 days later, Feb 4th, they're in Harrington, Kansas.
Yep. Getting modifications done on the plane, getting new clothes issued. Standard procedure.
But then there's this little line tucked in. I called up Blanche. Just that.
And that's what makes these diaries so powerful, isn't it? That tiny human detail amidst all this massive military preparation, a phone call home. Or, well, to Blanche.
It grounds everything. A reminder of the personal lives behind the uniforms.
Absolutely. A lifeline, almost, before they head into the unknown.
Then come the final checks, the 44 checks, Feb 13th and 14th. And then another poignant little note. Blanche left this morning.
You feel that, don't you? The goodbyes, the reality setting in.
And the very next day, February 15th, they take off. Harrington to West Palm Beach, Florida. But there's another observation.
The one about Tidwell's home.
Yeah. We flew over Tidwell's home, saw some folks in his yard. Imagine looking down like that.
It's like a final glimpse of ordinary life, isn't it? From thousands of feet up. Sort of detached, but incredibly personal. A last look before crossing the ocean.
And what an ocean crossing it was. West Palm Beach was just the starting point for this huge transatlantic journey.
It really was epic. The diary lays it out leg by leg. You get a real sense of the scale.
Okay, let's follow them. February 18th, West Palm Beach to Walker Field, Trinidad. Depart 2 a.m., arrive 2 p.m.
12 hours. Just like that. In a bomber, remember, not a passenger jet.
Then the very next day, February 19th, Trinidad to Belém, Brazil.
Another 9 hours and 8 minutes, back-to-back long flights, already demanding.
And then Feb 20th, Belém to Fortaleza, Brazil. Only 5 hours this time, but...
Ah, the detail. They held us off of the field for an HR rain.
Yeah. Even simple things like weather causing delays, not always smooth sailing or flying.
Not at all. Logistics, weather,
Well-
constant challenges even before you factor in the enemy.
They stay in Fortaleza a couple of days, then Feb 22nd, the big jump. Fortaleza to Dakar, Africa.
11 hours and 20 minutes. Across the South Atlantic, that's a serious flight.
Shows the global reach of this effort, moving planes and people like this.
Absolutely. These forgotten air routes were vital.
From Dakar, they keep pushing. Feb 23rd, Dakar to Tindouf, Africa.
6 hours, 15 minutes, deeper into the continent.
And then Feb 26th, Tindouf to Marrakech. And another challenge noted.
The sandstorm. We took off in a sandstorm.
Can you imagine wrestling a big bomber through that?
Requires incredible skill and nerve. The environment itself was often an adversary.
Finally, after almost a week in Marrakech, the last big leg, March 5th.
Marrakech all the way to Valleyfield in Wales, UK.
10 hours and 45 minutes. They made it.
An incredible feat of endurance and navigation. They've crossed continents and oceans just to get to the theater of war.
But they don't just jump straight into bombing runs, right? Once they're in the UK.
No, there's still more preparation. The diary notes a test hop on March 7th, another 44 check on the 12th.
And formation flying. Cross-country in the 19th for over 8 hours, then local formations.
Right. They need to acclimatize to UK conditions, different procedures, integrate with the larger bomber command. It's about honing those skills for European operations, fine-tuning everything.
All leading up to, well, the real thing.
Yeah.
The baptism of fire.
And it comes quickly, March 24th, 1944.
Our first operational mission. We went to Saint-Dizier, France. 7 hours, 25 minutes.
That's the shift. From training, from transit to active combat. You can almost feel the change in the diary's focus.
And the danger is immediate. It says flak was really heavy.
Anti-aircraft fire, the primary threat over Europe.
But then, no hits. We hit our target, and it notes the bomb type incendiaries.
So, first mission. Heavy danger, but success. Target hit, plane undamaged. That's the ideal outcome, but under immense pressure. They're professionals now, instantly.
Even with missions starting, they squeeze in more training, local flights on March 31st, April 1st.
Keeping sharp. But April becomes relentless.
Yeah, the diary entries just start piling up, mission after mission.
It shows the operational tempo. This wasn't occasional raids. It was a constant grind. Refuel, rearm, debrief, maybe a little rest, then go again.
Let's look at some of those April missions. April 9th, Tuden Airfield, Germany. 8 hours.
And the entry notes, heavy flak, but our mission was successful. A good hit. And then the crucial part.
Holes in Little Lulu. You could just sense the relief in that line.
Absolutely. That plane wasn't just metal, it was their protector. Her survival meant their survival. That bond we talked about earlier, this is it, tested under fire.
They keep flying. April 10th, Bourges, France. April 12th, a mission to Germany, aborted, called back.
Happens sometimes. Weather, changing priorities, mechanical issues.
April 13th, Lechfeld, Germany. 8.5 hours. Dropping incendiaries. April 18th, Brandenburg, Germany. Another 8-hour trip.
The distances, the hours in the air, the constant threat. It's staggering when you list them like this.
April 24th, Heltham, Germany. Target. A 6-engine glider base. They got a good hit despite light to heavy flak.
So varied targets, varied intensity of defense. Every mission was different, unpredictable.
Although not always successful. April 25th, Mannheim, Germany.
What does it say for that one?
Couldn't hit the target. We dropped our bombs in the channel. Light flak that time, but still a miss.
A tough outcome after hours of flying. Frustrating and dangerous just getting there and back.
Then 2 missions listed for April 28th. First, Batafoyer, Germany. 8.5 hours.
And the second?
Marquise, France. Shorter flight, but again, didn't hit the target.
Wow. The pressure must have been immense.
But then comes April 29th, Berlin.
The big one. Always a dangerous target. The heart of the Reich.
They dropped incendiaries. We hit our target. And then, a real moment of victory for the crew.
Let me guess. Fighter encounter.
Exactly. Bill Higgins got our first enemy plane today, Me-109 at Aero 820.
Fantastic. Downing one of the Luftwaffe's best fighters, an Me-109, while successfully bombing Berlin. That's a major achievement. A boost for morale, definitely.
So that intense pace, that grind, it just keeps going into May, and then later in the summer, July and August. Though there are some gaps in the diary.
Which is understandable. Keeping a detailed log every single day during peak operations would be incredibly difficult.
Right. May 2nd, they're over Brunswick, Germany, but May 5th, heading for Cherbourg, France.
Something goes wrong.
Yeah, the entry's blunt. Ran out of fuel. Aborted.
Wow. Just ran out of fuel. A reminder that the enemy wasn't the only danger. Mechanical failures, fuel calculations, so many variables.
A few days later, May 7th, Munster, Germany. And here it mentions bombing using PFF.
Ah, Pathfinder Force.
Yay.
Using radar and navigation aids to bomb through clouds or at night, a major tactical development.
Allowed them to bomb more often, I guess? Even in bad weather?
Exactly. Kept the pressure on relentlessly. But also meant crews flew in conditions that would have previously grounded them. More risk, in a way.
They used PFF again the very next day, May 8th, over Brunswick again. Then we jump to May 21st. Séricourt, France.
What's notable about that one?
Well, first it says no flak. A rare, easy ride, maybe.
Relatively speaking, yes. Always welcome.
But then, the very next line, just one word, hospital.
Hospital. Just like that. No explanation.
Nope, just hospital. Right after no flak.
The juxtaposition, it speaks volumes, doesn't it? Even a mission without enemy fire could have serious consequences. Injuries on board, accidents, maybe psychological strain reaching a breaking point. We don't know, but that single word hints at the hidden costs.
It really does. The diary's raw, factual style makes those moments even more powerful.
It leaves you to fill in the gaps, to consider the unwritten stories.
After that gap, the entries pick up again in July. July 19th, Kempfen, Germany. July 20th, Eisenach, Germany. The air war grinds on.
Confirmation that the tempo remained high through the summer campaign.
July 21st, there's a note about crew changes. L.T. Burt finished today. Maybe completed his tour.
Could be. Or transferred, or injured. Again, the diary is concise. But it notes the human element, the rotation of personnel.
The target was near Munich, an airport and an engine plant. The outcome noted is a bit ambiguous.
Oh, so.
It says, finally got it. Another miss.
Finally got it. Another miss. Maybe they hit the general area, but not the specific aiming point. Or maybe got it refers to completing the mission despite difficulties, but acknowledging the bombing itself wasn't accurate.
Hard to say for sure. It feels very immediate, like a frustrated jotting down of events.
Which is the value of it, right? It's not a polished report. It's a real-time impression.
Then August. August 5th, back to Brunswick.
Yeah.
And August 8th. This one's dramatic. Hamburg, an oil refinery.
Hamburg was hit incredibly hard during the war. What does the diary say?
It's almost cinematic. Fire shot about 4,000 feet in the air, followed by a large explosion.
Wow. A direct hit on something volatile. You get a rare visual description of the impact.
And another personal note. This makes my second mission with LT and Hammer's crew. A good bunch of gunners.
That sense of crew cohesion again. Finding trust and camaraderie with a new team, vital for survival.
And incredibly, that same day, August 8th, a second mission.
2 in one day. That's exceptionally tough. Where to?
Castres, France. An airfield used for strafing Allied lines. Different kind of target, different bomb load, smaller 250-pounders. Flew from 10 a.m. to just after 3 p.m.
The flexibility required. Hitting a strategic target, like an oil refinery in the morning, then a tactical airfield in the afternoon. It just underscores the relentless demands on these crews, physically and mentally draining.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what an incredible arc. From getting Little Lulu in New Mexico,
That epic journey across the world.
is the nonstop intensity of combat. Flak, fighters, hitting targets, missing targets, the constant tension.
And all seen through these brief, factual, yet incredibly revealing diary entries. It's not just a history lesson, it's stepping into someone's lived reality.
The Barrett Lewis War Diary really does give you that window. It shows the dedication, the immense danger, but also those little human touches, calling Blanche, seeing Tidwell's yard, praising the gunners.
It reminds us that these huge historical events are made up of millions of individual stories like this one. Stories of courage, endurance, loss.
It really is a testament to all those who served.
Absolutely. And what strikes me most, perhaps, is how the diary's simplicity, just the facts, the times, the targets, the flak, that stark word hospital, how that very simplicity conveys the brutal reality of war more effectively than many grander accounts.
Yeah, doesn't need embellishment. The facts speak for themselves.
They really do. It invites you, the listener, to think about what's between the lines. How do you measure the cost of war when even a no-flak mission can end with hospital? It makes you ponder the true weight carried by each concise entry in countless war diaries, just like this one.
A powerful thought to end on. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the Barrett Lewis War Diary and the journey of Little Lulu. We hope it offered a unique perspective,